Fire, 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 fire.
Monster Hunter Wild sexy mods. Ooh, sexy mods! Monster Hunter Wild's characters are already hot. You don't need to mod much. I would like a boob and butt slider though. Okay, pause. Then by that logic, you don't need to make porn of my character or my characters, my models, because they already are hot enough. But people do it anyway. Like, I don't know. I think it's freedom of expression. I don't care. It's a mod. It's fan art. Let people goon, man.
Monster Hunter Wilds is already doing phenomenally for Capcom. It's sold over 8 million copies so far, and basically everybody's talking about it on social media. And while most of the discussion is positive, there are a few snowflakes out there who are really upset over the fact that gamers are modding their own title. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, modders are very easy to attack for these snowflakes, right? Because the company itself, Capcom, does not support modding. So these people feel like they are on a moral high ground that, oh, even the company who made this game doesn't want you changing their creations.
They just don't like you modifying features. It's not about them like being like, oh, you can't go into stuff. It's more like the moral high ground of they don't like modding, just in general.
Which I think is ridiculous, because you do not have to download a mod. You can choose to just play the game the way the developers intended, but to add a mod—
I don't mod Monster Hunter. I just play it as is.
To your title that, again, does not affect anybody should not really be so bothersome, but it is to a lot of people out there. And well, the modders are already going crazy with Wild, as we already knew.
Capcom specifically doesn't like mods because of the Street Fighter incident. Oh my god, that was legendary. Oh wait, I gotta bring this up for context. Hold on. Street Fighter dude mod incident. Wait, can I show this on stream? I can't. I can't show this, can I? No, I can't. Okay, basically, imagine if there was an official Street Fighter tournament and the guy that was hosting had the mods installed for Chun-Li to be completely naked. Like, and I'm not talking about like in a bikini, like actually just completely naked. And they were doing like an official fight out of that. I can't show it on stream, it's like completely like TOS, but just imagine it, super gooned out.
There are tons of very attractive females within this game, characters that everybody's been memeing on and simping over for weeks at this point, so we knew that this was going to happen very quickly, and it has. But this is very troublesome news to a few people out there. Who would have thunk that changing your own game could bother so many people? This video has been posted and reposted a couple of times now, specifically from Kyle and Pirate Nation, but it just highlights the female character's best assets. Now, within the game, you can't—
That is so gooned out. Like, it's actually not even funny. That is so gooned.
Change the character body proportions, right? You can't make their chest larger or smaller. You can't make their butt larger or smaller. So I think that we all had expected this to be like one of the first things that was addressed with this game. And there are also already some outfit mods, and there are some costumes or armor sets within the game that show quite a lot of skin. It's just that people wanted their characters' body proportions to be a bit enhanced for all of their assets to be shown in all of their—
I do think it's kind of a crime to not have a button boob slider, even if it's covered.
Glory, which of course does not bother me personally. I am not planning on using any mods with the game at this point in time currently, but I might, you know, farther down the line when there are more. What I would be most interested in are technical mods, because this game has a lot of issues. Now, I'm playing it on the PS5 Pro, but I know a lot of PC players are having a lot of issues, but even on the PS5 Pro, there are quite a few problems. I've had a lot of texture bugs and glitches have been kicked out of the game.
They really did shit the bed on optimization. Yes, it's very poorly optimized. I've gotten visual bugs too. Yeah, even with my setup, I don't experience lag or anything like that, but I have had visual bugs where, like, the texture, like, scatters and fragments, and it's really bad.
Times, and while we're not talking about anything
Can't
that
see
kills the
anything.
experience, at least for me, it is really bothersome that you're paying $70 for a buggy and broken game. Now, I'm sure Capcom
But there's 8 million people that bought the game, by the way. It doesn't matter. People want their slappa. And I will say this, I really like Monster Hunter Wilds, but the optimization is horrible, and the problem is that the game is actually fundamentally fun, but the optimization is horrible.
is going to put out some patches in the future, and I'm sure that modders will also work very hard, but we should not have to rely on modders to fix a game. So I hope that we do see more technical fixes in the future from these community members who actually care about these experiences. But because these mods feature jiggly boobs, there are some people who are really triggered over them. There are some people who are, of course, saying, already mods, damn, that was fast, but there are also a lot of negative Nancy's. No thanks, I prefer my game to look lore relevant, which is
okay, that's fine, then don't play it. Look, my biggest gripe with mods, actually, unironically, there was a person, no, it was a games journalist, I quote retweeted it the other day. They said that they wanted to add health bars through a mod, and I'm like, but that defeats the purpose of the game, and it ruins the game for yourself. You're not immersed in killing the monster. Why would you have a health bar in Monster Hunter when there's visual cues and sounds and also other characters telling you, like, this character's weak, finish it off? No, don't add that shit into the game, because you want to know what happens? It's a slippery slope. Capcom may see one day that there's a decent amount of people that downloaded this mod, or that they have people that are interested in it, and there's a potential to catering to it, and it would ruin the entire point of the game. You don't go out and hunt a deer in the forest. You don't see its health bar when you shoot a bow and arrow into its side. It's bleeding. It's limping. Like, I saw it happen to World of Warcraft. That's actually a really good point. It happened to World of Warcraft, and now the game is so fucking bloated with add-on requirements that you have to play at a high level, and if you don't, then you're a fucking idiot.
Perfectly fine. That's the beauty of mods. You don't have to use them if you don't want to use them. Does it patch performance, or do I still need a 2K graphic card to brute force the issues?
Yes.
Is gaming a hobby or a fetish to you people? It is.
Why is it always the flags, man? Why is it always people with flags, man?
Is so comical that there are people out there who think that appreciating attractive men and women in video games is some kind of fetish, that, oh my god, it's disgusting that you would dare objectify a fictional character that is already an object. Like, how?
Oh my god, don't show them the 1970s and 1980s superhero comic books of women being scantily clad for fan art service. Oh no. Oh Jesus. It's been happening for like decades because men are gooners. Furry and Canadian.
Dare you treat this character like they're, I don't know, in a video game that you own? These people are just so bothered by the smallest things possible. Those outfits look quite impractical. Yes.
So do the ones that are actually in the game. Like, there's wyverns that breathe fire on you, and they have, not skimpy, but like, really exposed midriffs and cleavages in some of the fucking sets that they have. I hate you, man. I hate how you say things, but you don't actually play the game.
They definitely are, but you know what else is pretty impractical is fighting a gigantic gigantic dragon that shoots lightning and fire and ice at you. Those things are pretty unrealistic, at least in my opinion, because there are women that exist in the real world with pretty big breasts.
I bet this guy looks at cosplayers that are sexy and is like, oh my god, they're so hot. But video game character? No, stop it. Disgusting. It's not even a video game character, it's a mod that he doesn't have to download.
Modders deliver what companies
bro.
do not. How lonely does one have to be to reach this level of goonery? Oh yes, how lonely are you that you would take the time and effort to actually appreciate the way that characters look within your game? Now, of course, these people...
Again, I don't get it. I can't understand the mindset of popping a boner every time you launch up Monster Hunter when you're trying to play the game. Wouldn't that just kind of like kill your mood or drive to play? Like, wouldn't you want to just start beating off instantly? I'm not a gooner. I'm just trying to understand the mentality. Not modded gross. I don't know, but again, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to be a gooner. It's not a crime.
People are only emboldened because of Capcom, because over the past couple of years, Capcom has taken aim at game modding. Now, this really all stems back to professional level players, tournament players, because I'm sure you all remember the tournament incident that happened just a couple of years ago, though these people now feel emboldened to come out and say, oh my god, this is degenerate content, because Capcom's basically said the same things themselves. In 2023, Capcom had taken aim at PC game modding, saying developers should be concerned over, quote, mods that are offensive to public order and morals. It shouldn't be a company's job to worry about what my morals are. It shouldn't matter to a company.
I think it's cringe and they had to take this stance for PR reasons because of that incident. If that incident didn't happen, this probably would have very likely not happened in the first place. They wouldn't have had to make a comment. Yeah. They still have sexy girls that show off feet constantly. I'm just saying, I agree. They have characters that literally show off their feet and their midriff, and I mean, this is pretty open. Like, she's got no shoulders, no shoulder covering, and you can see her cleavage. This isn't exactly like not appealing. It's sex appeal.
What I do with the game,
with
as long as I am swiping my credit card on the product that they are providing. You would think that they would appreciate the fact that people love and respect their game so much that they would put dozens to hundreds to thousands of hours into fixing it for them. Just to recap the situation,
that
they had
picture's
talked
a mod,
about
okay.
how basically all mods are cheats, which is an insane take to have. What modders are doing internally is no different than cheating. Mods are popular with users because they allow them to add or change various features to an existing game. However, for the purpose—
Now that's so weird. Why do you say something like that? Modding is not cheating. It's modification.
of anti-cheat and anti-piracy, all mods are defined as cheats. That is to say that mods are not officially supported by the game, are impossible to distinguish from cheat tools implementation-wise, and they even, of course, went on to say that basically the majority of mods can have a positive impact on the game, but some mods can be detrimental to the company, both in terms of reputational damage. And
yes, that's what you're the most mad about. The reputational damage of having a guy with the nude mod.
In terms of workload, so they're saying that, oh, because these images are online, it could affect their public image, which is an insane take to have. And if you—
Overwatch, Blizzard took the same stance and people just doubled down and made even more not safe for work content of their IP. Yeah, this is not how this works, man. You will not beat the gamers.
You even look at the dates that, you know, the Monster Hunter mods were uploaded March 1st, and we are now on the 4th, and we're hearing that clearly these terrible mods didn't negatively affect the sales of this game at all, because they announced that they have sold over 8 million copies in just 3 days since official launch. So clearly things are going good for them, and clearly these mods are not negatively affecting their image at all. Now, will they make an official statement on the more recent mods?
No.
I don't think so. Everything seems to be going—
Why would they? It's a positive. This is a positive. Why would they? I don't know, man. People are so dumb. They overthink things so easily. They're like, no, Capcom, the multi-billion-dollar company, they just can't handle. They can't handle having booby mods in their games. No, they're gonna die. No, they still made $8 million. What's $8 million times $70? A lot.
Pretty good for them, except for the review scores of this game, which are really bad on Steam. Again, people on PC are having a really tough time when it comes to technical difficulties. I really hope that Capcom fixes them over the next couple of weeks and they release a lot of patches. Even on PS5 Pro, I've had some issues with texture and popping and whatnot. The game has still been really great, and I still think that this is a title a lot of people are going to want to pick up if you haven't already. But the mod situation at this point is pretty hilarious because the people who are complaining are basically being drowned out by real gamers who are just saying, that was fast, this is amazing, and I'm going to go and download these immediately. But they're still trying to complain. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.
Yippee! Nudie mods! I bet you guys would download it instantly if you were gooned out of your mind. Luckily, my chat is not that gooned out. I like to think my chat has a little bit of self-control. Maybe a little bit. Already have! Okay, fair enough. Yeah, go check out Far and Dark! Download that shit right now. No, but like, logistically, okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. What is the point of booby mods? Are you just like hard the whole time you're playing? Or are you so gooned out that doesn't make any difference to you anymore? Aesthetics, it's to look at. It looks nice. I don't know. I don't buy it, chat. Yeah, bouncing titties the whole time. Chat, just say you want a goon. It's fine. I believe them. They're like, oh, it's for aesthetic purposes.
Fire, 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 fire.